Right, so we're just getting ready for our first trip in the e-Golf today. We've had it a couple of days. It's now got 80 miles on the clock. The Tesla's staying still today. It's not moving anywhere. We've charged the car. I'm preheating the car whilst it's still plugged in. So that means it shouldn't be using the car's battery to get the car nice and toasting. So as this is our first trip, I just want to check a couple of things out. So to get from where we live to the David Lloyd at West Bridgford and back is 86 miles. The car's got 102 miles of range. Now it's a 36 kilowatt hour battery approximately in the e-Golf. And we're averaging 3 miles per kilowatt hour, which kind of fits. You've probably got a usable kind of battery of say 33 kilowatts. So if you do 3 times 33, that's 99, so we've got about 99 miles range. This is saying 102, so close enough. But that's a good way just to work out how far you're going to go, I would say. Now some e-Golf drivers claim to get 150 miles regularly out of their e-Golf batteries. I'm not sure if that's true. Now we're driving in the winter, so it's the coldest part of the year, so we would need to go from say 3 miles per kilowatt hour to maybe sort of 4.5, 5. So watch this space. I will keep you posted as things warm up. So let's have a look at the car and how we're going to drive it today. So we'll start here at the dashboard. As you can see, there's a little bit of glare, but we've got 102 miles, as I said. Now here's the gear lever. Now when you put it into drive, it won't go into drive because I've still got the charging cable plugged in. One moment. That was a schoolboy error. And I'm EV Steve. I'm sorry. Let's try again. So when I put the car into drive, look at that. That works perfectly that time. So you can just about see maybe the D's lit up there. Now, if I click it over once, it gives us a recuperation level of 1. If I click it twice, that goes to 2. Again, that goes to 3. So I don't really like the word recuperation. I prefer the word regenerative. So, but we're not going to do it. We're not going to drive in drive. We're going to drive in B. So that gives us the maximum regenerative braking. Regenerative is easier to say than recuperation, I think. Now, the other thing to consider is your driving mode. So there's 3 modes. So if I try and get my finger as well. So the first mode is normal. And that gives us the max power. I don't know if you can see down here. We'll have max power on that mode. The next mode is Eco. That gives us less power, but it's better kind of for range. Finally, you've got Eco Plus. Now let me just give you a quick idea of what each one means. Let's go back to normal. So normal driving mode is just normal driving mode. Eco, performance and comfort are restricted. No one likes to read that. And in Eco Plus, performance and comfort are severely restricted. So we won't be using those modes. We'll be using normal mode, because the whole thing about having an EV is that you just drive it like a normal car. I'm certainly not the sort of person who will drive in a hat and a jumper just to get another 3 miles. I'm sorry, Margaret and Barry. I know that you're watching and you do that, but that's good for you, but not good for me. There's also no one in my family who will accept low performance and a cold car. I'm going to drive it normally. That's the way EV should be driven. Now, if the range gets really low and things get a bit squeaky bum time, I may change some settings. Maybe. But anyway, let's get cracking. Oh, before we do that, one of the things I forgot to show you is the fuel gauge. It's got like a really cool old school fuel gauge. See, we've got a full tank. I think that's just because Volkswagen haven't bothered making one for this car, but I actually really like it. So one of the things I really like about the WeConnect app and the Tesla app, this isn't about Tesla, but I know about Tesla, which is what I'm talking about, Tesla. With the WeConnect app, I can put in here David Lloyd, West Bridgford, and I can press start I don't want to press start. I want to press share. And when I press share, it comes up with a load of people I know, but it also comes up with a Tesla app. I can send it to the Tesla. I can also send it to the WeConnect app. And what that means is when I get in the car, it's already there. So I just use in vehicle and it sends it straight to the car and it's in the car sat nav as soon as we get into the car. It's brilliant. Right, we're off. Oh, look, someone wants to be on the video. Where's my... Right, so far so good. So we've got 21 miles left, so that means we've done 26 miles, and we've done, excuse me, we've used 23 miles of range, which is pretty good. So what that means is Volkswagen have been accurate with their figures. Yep, so you heard me correctly. Volkswagen have actually got their figures right in this car, unlike their diesels. Bless them. Right, so we've arrived, and interestingly, we've got 75 miles of range left. I can't show you because the boot's open, but we're averaging 3.7 miles per kilowatt hour. But interestingly, that means we've only used 27 miles of range to drive 46 miles. So although that's really good, and it's nice to see, as I've mentioned, Volkswagen getting their figures the right side of the truth, but I'd like something a bit more accurate. So I'm hoping that it's because it's a new car, it's new to us, it's still only done about 120 miles in total, this car, that it's just perhaps learning our driving patterns. So, a brilliant journey. We definitely don't need to charge. We're going to go to David Lloyd now. I won't bore you with us playing badminton and swimming. It'll be dull. So I'll see you when we get home, and I'll let you know my final thoughts. I will be reviewing this car soon, but it's been an absolute dream for this journey. It's just such a good car, and I hope the ID3 is just mind-blowing, because this car is so good. I am slightly disappointed that Volkswagen aren't going to make it for the Mark 8. So, see you later, and yeah, until then. Right, so we're back home. We've had a lovely afternoon. David Lloyd, West Bridgeford. Yeah, not so sure about that one, but we had a good time anyway as a family. So, interesting journey back. It was a lot more stop-start, and on the way there, we used 27 miles of range to do 43 miles. Let's have a look at the stats for the journey back. So, I'm still new to this car, but I notice our power thing's gone down. So if anybody knows why, I'll be interested to find out. But anyway, our average speed was 35 miles per gallon. It was a much bittier journey, not as much fun. I feel a little bit car sick, to be honest, as a passenger. Don't tell Mrs. EV Steve I said that. But we did 43 miles. It took an hour and 14 minutes. We've got 29 miles of range left. Our average consumption was 3.7 miles per kilowatt. However, look at what's left in the tank. So that does seem slightly odd. So 27 miles of range to do 43 miles on the way there, but 46 miles of range to do 43 miles on the way back. Exactly the same route, exactly the same driving conditions, and according to the car, we were getting 3.6 miles per kilowatt on the way there and 3.7 miles per kilowatt on the way back. So I think this must be a calibration thing. So maybe the car is sort of calibrating because it's so new, and now it's kind of settling into a groove. So if you know the answer, please let me know. The other thing I would ask is if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button. That really helps me out and it helps the channel out. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos with the e-Golf. Now, I was going to review it in my next video, but we're loving it so much. I mean, it would be like reviewing one of my kids. So I need to live with it a bit longer just to see if I can find some things I don't like. But currently, it's amazing. What the car did do when it got to 30 miles of range was it turned itself onto eco mode and turned the aircon off, which I guess was pretty clever, but slightly unexpected. Now, we were using Google Maps to bring us home and not the car's sat-nav. So I'd be interested to know that if we were using the car's sat-nav, whether it would know we still had plenty of range and stay in normal driving mode rather than switch to eco, because we were only about 5 miles from home when it happened. So if you're an experienced e-Golf driver and you know the answer, please let me know. Until next time, I mean, we're loving this car. I'm going to put some videos around me. I'll put one there. And if you're not subscribed, you can do that there. And here's 2 more videos you might like as well. See you next time.